This is the Garrett ACE 400i, which is ideally suited for finding international coins, jewelry, and artifacts. The ACE 400i includes iron audio to help identify discriminated iron targets, digital target ID with a large 0 to 99 scale for more target information, a 10 kilohertz frequency for improved sensitivity on low and medium conductivity targets like gold and lead, an adjustable frequency to help eliminate electrical interference or other detectors in competition hunts, cam locks for increased stem stability, and a sharp, responsive pulse width modulation audio. The ACE 400i includes 3 free accessories: Garrett volume control headphones, an environmental cover-up to protect the control box from rain, dust, and mud, and a coil cover to protect your search coil from scratches and chips during use. Assembly of your new ACE detector is very simple. Loosen the lower cam lock and extend the lower stem. Insert the mounting washers. Connect the search coil to the stem and hand tighten the wing nut. Loosen the upper cam lock. Insert the S stem with the control housing. Adjust the lower stem to a comfortable height and hand tighten the cam locks. Wrap the coil cable snugly around the stem with the first turn over the stem. Insert the coil connector into the control housing connector and hand tighten. The arm cuff can be adjusted by removing the screw on the bottom and mounting the 2-piece cuff to the other hole. To power on the detector, simply press the power button. To power off, press the power button and hold for about 1 second until you hear that second beep. To restore your detector to factory settings, simply press and hold the power button for about 5 seconds. When you hear that double beep, you'll also notice that it's switched to coins mode, which is the factory default setting. The ACE 400i also includes this battery level indicator. When it's down to 1 bar remaining, it's time to change your batteries. Your ACE 400i is always going to indicate all targets that you encounter in the field, but it's important that you understand target ID. So let's take a look at that. The ACE 400i's target ID includes this legend up at the top. Ferrous or iron items are going to indicate more toward the left side. Non-ferrous or more conductive items are going to indicate more toward the right. This lower scale here indicates that all pixels are active. They are all switched on. Nothing has been rejected. So I got a couple targets on the ground here, just to show you that you're always going to get a cursor at the top when you encounter metal in the field. It's always going to indicate it. If it's something that's been discriminated, like this, you won't get audio, but you'll still get that pixel at the top and a digital target ID number that corresponds at the bottom. If it's something that's accepted, you're also going to get the audio along with the pixel at the top and the digital target ID number at the bottom that corresponds with it. The number at the bottom gives you a more precise reading of what's showing at the top. And to the right, you've got a coin depth indicator given in 5 centimeter increments. So in this case, I'm about 10 centimeters above my target, which would be about how deep it was buried in the ground if it was a buried target. So cursor at the top, depth indicator, and a more precise digital target ID, all available on the ACE 400i. Be aware that items much larger than a coin may actually be deeper than what they indicate, and items that are very small, very much tinier than a coin, may actually be sitting shallower than what they indicate. For the very best target ID, you want to keep very level swings of your coil and you want to get your coil centered directly over the target as best you can for the most accurate digital target ID number. The ACE 400i has 3 distinctive tones based on the type of metal that you encounter and its conductivity. So I have 3 targets on the ground. Let's go over them and let's listen to these 3 different tones. Okay, the low tone on the ACE 400i is anything with a digital target ID reading between 0 and 39. First, I've got this iron nail here. You hear it grunting, low numbers bouncing around, that's your low tone. Next, I'm going to move over here to a piece of foil, and mid-tone is going to be anything between 40 and 59 on your digital target ID. That was your mid-tone. Now let's go to the high tone. That's anything that reads above 60 on your digital target ID. That's your high or bell tone on the 60 plus items. One of the powerful features included on this ACE 400i is iron audio. Now what that does is it helps you avoid digging tricky items like washers and bottle caps, flat items that might sound good to a detector, but they really contain iron. So the use of iron audio can help you pick that out. I've got a bottle cap here that's a nemesis of a lot of coin diggers. I'm going to put this on the ground and let's go over it and I'll kind of explain the iron audio feature to you. Okay, this is your iron audio button right here, the same as the power button. It's important to note that you must have some discrimination put in. You must have notched out some iron for iron audio to be functional. So what I'm going to do, here's a bottle cap. I've already showed you. I put it down. When I go over it, it sounds pretty good. In order for it to function, I need to discriminate out some iron. So I'm just going to jump right down here to jewelry mode, and that knocks out some of my iron. Let's go over that bottle cap again. Still sounds like a pretty good target, but let's check it for iron grunts by putting our iron audio on and go back over it again. If you notice there at the ends of the swing, as I pass the target by, there's some grunts on either side of the target. Above it, it sounds pretty good, but coming and going, there's enough grunts going on that I know that target contains some iron. Therefore, I know it's not a good pure coin. So that's the value of using the iron audio to check some of your targets.